Homie, I was 6.5, first time I picked up a paperback. I was training Bronze Age ice, that I was getting paid. 89, Batman, man, you know it's the rage. You're brave and the bold, you remember Clayface with a mold. Yo, Marvel Comics always got me up in the zone. A fantastic Dr. Doom, just we got the whole collection of my motherfucking room, yo. But we need a watchman to save us in cities, but of Jerusalem. Yeah, we coming for the action, we need a reaction. Got these toys lined up for the main attraction. Doing it for the love of the art. Dread, now my crew stay sharp on the tip of the dart. Vivid and sharp, stay tuned cause the show is about to start. When it comes to these figs, you know we never stay apart. If you're rocking the dials or going digital, that's really whatever's getting into you. No time to be too critical. Action, toy art. This is the Action Toy Art Show.
About that Drizzy. Drizzy. Go get smashed, son. More. Rip. Breakfast champions. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Alright, and welcome to another diagnostic of the Dio. Here we go with the scene I wanted to do representing Wakanda, representing a scene where I wanted to do like T'Chaka passing down the legacy over to his son, T'Challa. In my opinion, now that they have these two available, I do see the older Toy Biz version being more of a T'Chaka, his father, and now this more Earth's Mightiest Hero kind of aspected one to be more of T'Challa. So obviously I wanted to do something where it was representing him, you know, getting his mask, passing down the costume onto him sort of thing. But obviously, since, you know, this is a little outside of the spectrum here because, as you know, he obviously had to die in order to get the costume. But I just thought it was a cool scene. So in order to do this, I had to use the regular figure here. But then all I did was just go out and get a John Stewart Green Lantern head that I had to Dremel out because, as you guys know, the DC heads are a little different than the Marvel heads. Did nothing to him here, but also I just felt personally that as great of a figure as this is, the blue was just a little too poppin' for me. You know, he's supposed to be sneaking around the jungle and be all sorts of camouflage and stuff, so I just didn't feel that that supreme blue that he had before was really working for me, so I went ahead and just did a nice black wash on him just to, you know, darken him up. But I will show you here, just use the Dremel, you know, to get, just use a Dremel here to get inside the hole a little bit more. And then just custom, you know, dial pieces. That back there is actually for the 3 3/4 Todd McFarlane Prince of Persia play set, and it actually will crank up, and got a couple pieces up here, but I'm going to crop most of that out and stuff, so I just wanted it to have more of like a Wakanda kind of, you know, off-world vibe. So a little easy setup in my opinion, but I thought it came out pretty well, and all I actually used was one of these dollar store push lights and just held it over above the figure like that just to give it some illumination. Alright, cool. Yeah, about to enter the Terra Dome.
Oh, he's so hot as fuck.
less busy. A lot less busy.
Cash only? Tickets here? Next in line, please.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good, yourself?
Not too bad. Just one for you?
Just one for me, please.
All right, it's 30.
Got that Jack Specific 24-inch fucking Godzilla! 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 Conan. Oh, these are like CD holders. Ooh, them Buffies. 22 bucks. It's not bad. Not bad. Ooh. Random Matt Smiths. Random Matt Smiths. Oh, the Doctor Who's. I don't know if I'm ready, man. I don't know if I'm ready to get all hooed out. Alright, everybody. It's experimentation time. I recently saw a review and somebody was telling me how to tighten up joints instead of using the regular glue technique. I've had good and bad luck with the glue technique, obviously, as probably everybody else has. Had a couple ones freeze up on me, but I stuck them in some boiling water, which isn't good for the figures anyway, so I wasn't happy about that. But I recently saw a review, somebody saying about this Future, it's called, I guess, what's actually in this stuff. It's a floor cleaner, I guess, this Fledge floor cleaner. So as you can see, we have this Superman wrist here, which is pretty fucking loose. I mean, it'll stay up for like a second, but then goes back down. So he got an eyedropper and everything like that. He got all classy with it, but I'm just gonna splash some shit on here and we're gonna see how this goes. Alright, so I made a mess. Got it everywhere. I got a rag right here. So we'll wipe that up. But yeah, I just wanna move it around in there. And it's floor polisher, so basically what it's doing is it's polishing it. So anywhere you put it, it's going to polish it, I guess. So I guess probably try not to get any on your hands or keep any on this or anything like that, because it's probably gonna fucking put a layer of something on it. So not feeling too much now, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it some time, and we'll be back. Wait, that's not airline. Alright, and here he is, the Man of Steel himself. It has been 24 hours, so let's see how it did. So remember before, we couldn't even get it in that position right there, so you already know it worked, don't you? Yeah, look at that. And like I said, now if you can see real clearly, it won't really come up in your picture of the video, but it does make it just slightly shiny. But as you can see, we were not getting it in any of these positions before, and you can just feel it's tightening up in there. So I'm sure over time it'll wear off, and you'll just have to keep doing it. You know, I got a huge bottle of it, and you only needed just a slight little bit on there. So there you go. Anybody that needs that, you don't want to glue your fucking figures together. And also too, I will say, it doesn't do what the glue does. The glue will also have, like, you know, it's gluing, but you're rubbing it, so it'll make more of a white, you know, area there. This is not doing that. It's just making it clear and just kind of shiny. So I gotta say, I'm done with the glue trick. I'm now on this Future floor cleaner stuff. So alright, that Canary with that O face. Oh, they got the movie 2-pack, the Scarecrow. 32 for Ra's al Ghul. Damn, he's got the fucking sweet mask though. Oh, no more Joseph Gordon-Levitt's. No! Army building the Levitts! Can't hate on the Army building the Levitts. The Avengers fucking TV series, man. I'm still looking for the Ultron. That's hype. Got that 2-pack too. They have a lot for that 2-pack. Oh, I know. They got that at the store over there. Oh, damn, all the Hellraisers. Future Foundations. All the Deadpools. That's not a terrible price for Deadpool. It's not good, but I've seen worse. Got that Mecha boy. They got all the fucking ashes. They got this motherfucker. Man, I opened this thing up fucking 15 years ago. It was not $45. It was retail.
I can't believe I got this one for like 21.
You got real lucky on that. I figured went
40
up.
for this one.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah. You got that official with that.
Alright, and welcome to another episode of Diagnostic of the Dio. I recently received this metal robot Batman. I'm really not sure what it's from, or I really don't know too much about the character. So if anybody wants to write in the comments below what character this is, I'd really like to know. I mean, not character, but what version or what line this toy came out on. Really, I got a lot of articulation actually. He has a removable mask. My only complaint about that is it's like super loose on there. It's very easy to come off. Same thing with this piece right here. That's the whole reason that I did this anyway, is that these flap up, which is really cool, so it doesn't hinder the articulation when you move the arms up. And then these flap forward too. So it's really cool, but that's what came from the idea, is that, he's putting them back together. So I just bought the Speed Racer Pops here because he came with a bunch of sweet accessories such as this toolbox here, a couple loose pieces as well, and he came with this like ratchet set here that actually has the compressor down there. So really cool. You can get them for like $10. That's where I got them for $10, worth the accessories at least. Then we have the Hush Alfred here, which doesn't have a crazy amount of articulation, but a really, really cool figure, and a must get in my opinion if you're doing Batman scenes. Just picked up this piece at Hobby Lobby. I think it's real, it's durable. It might not be real metal, but it's durable. Arkham Origins Batman here with the Punisher head. The Thunderbolts Punisher head works good for me, especially side shots like this. The light down here is actually it's from it's a Stoli's thing. I work at a bar, and it's so you can like put the liquor on top of it and still light them up, and you can connect a bunch of them together and stuff like that. But I use them just on these scenes because I think it looks dope. And then we have just the old school Wayne Manor playset back here. I did it in one of the earlier episodes, but I'll do another one. Just it folds up into a bunch of pieces. So you got the front of the mansion here, you got this weird science kind of thing, and then a piece of the cave, and then the background, and then there's another like cave, like Batman cave thing on the side. It's for 3 3/4 figures, but I still love it. I still use it for a lot of stuff. And then I just blocked off some of the area here with the extra pieces that came with the Iron Man Mark 42 Diamond Select toy. So, alright, thanks for sticking around.
Oh, there you are. We at Comic-Con! Say it!
We at Comic-Con Italian dressing.
That's awesome.
Nobody ever wants money for Bullseye. Like, he's not worth anything. Poor Bullseye. Whoa. I don't think I've ever seen this one in stores. That's weird. I guess I didn't even think they made that one.
Yeah, she was one of the revision waves.
That makes sense. I see all the other ones. case.
Right.
And then they'll we get a case. Oh shit! That's all you did. No, you cannot. Walter back. All right, here we got my 1.5 Deadpool custom. Obviously, here from the Marvel Legends Captain America Ultimate figure from the, I believe, Terrax wave. So, just went through, painted them up. I had a lot of problems originally with the original figure that I had because I used nail polish and a bunch of cheap paints. So now I am exclusively a Citadel boy. You see this, buy this. You got to go to like game workshops and different stores like that. Do not go to Michael's and get Tester's paint. You'll get cancer. It says that on the label. You get cancer. This stuff is really good, really clean, pretty decent price, and you won't be upset with the results. So we went through and painted this up all black, and then went through and did my own brown wash on it just so it would match this and this. Went through and gave a little bit of gunmetal gray for the cantinas. I'm sorry, that's the cantina. Those are the grenades. Gave the cantina a bit of green. I used painter's tape to do all my lines. Got the head, as you know, loose from eBay, probably casting cave. And then just did a little bit of black on the boots there. But I sanded all the joints down, so there's no rubbing. Everything's pretty clean. And then I did swap out. I wanted him to have open hands and have cool gun hands, so I took the original Marvel Legends, old school, I think it's what, like Series 2 Punisher figure, and they seem to work out pretty good because I didn't like those ultimate hands with one being closed, and with this one they're kind of loose, so you can actually hold the blade straight, you know, because they'll pivot down, but there's no one that would go like this for him to have the blades. So if you hold it in there kind of loose, the blades will kind of point forward. And then I got this piece just loose from somebody and custom painted it brown, and already had silver in these areas over here. And then like I said, we custom painted this up, and then this is the Leo Battle Shell new TMNT figure, and then this was from the original Hydra figure. Oh no, Hasbro pretty much went like half the distance with this figure. Really weird to me that they black washed and made really shiny the two arms, but left this chest pretty bare here. Now if you notice mine matches, it's because I made it match. I went ahead and bought this nulling oil, which is basically a Citadel's version of a black wash. So I don't know if you can actually tell, but grab your figure. Your figure does not shine like this. Your figure does not have the black wash in this area. I did remove the piece that he had on there. I didn't really like it. But yeah, as you can see, in my opinion, it's perfectly flush now. All you have to do is just paint that on. It'll darken it up and it will seep into the cracks, let it dry, and then I took one of their clear coats, glossy, and just clear coat glossied the whole thing because this arm already was glossy. Customized the Mandroid here a little bit. All I did was do a black wash to him, and then just went and did a little bit of silver dry brushing. Did the two yellow for the pegs there to match, and then just did a couple yellow spots on the back here. Real simple. Alright, so this is what actually started the whole journey. I'd seen a couple people take this question figure and customize him. In my first attempt to paint one of these coats, I was using Tester's enamel paint. And if you don't know, putting that on there will make it stick. Yes, it will make this coat, not the rest of the figure, like these hands or the legs or the front or anything, but this rubber coat right here actually will make it very, very sticky to the hands. So if you put it on a carpet or something like that, it'll just suck up all the freaking color on there. So I got a hold of Mr. Billy Mahoney and asked him what I should do, and he referred me to these Citadel paints, which I'll now show again for the third time, which are absolutely amazing. Go right on there and paints perfectly. So I wanted to do a Doctor Strange here. I cut out the middle piece here for the lapel for the question figure, and then just painted it up, gave him black pants instead of blue, painted the whole thing black, and then went slightly over with some brown dry brushing just to give it some more accent. Got a paint chip missing right there, but got all the joints good and everything, and just pulled them apart there and did the best I could to get inside there with the paint. And then I still gotta fix this. I got this head with a pretty cheap, all kind of beat up, so I gotta paint him up. But yeah, Citadel's is the way to go. I didn't really care for the Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I obviously didn't really care for the movie Electro figure, but I thought this was a really, really cool sculpt, so I wanted to be able to take advantage of it. Obviously, as everybody knows, Dr. Doom wields magic / science, so I really liked that they had these Electro hands that were coming out like that. He never did anything like that in the movie. I'm not talking about Doom, I'm talking about Electro. So all I did was just paint the whole thing black and then greened up, which I thought these would be boots, and then shins here, and then greened up that so it looked like he was wearing some clothes, and the armband there, and then was real easy because he has the switch out hands, so I just have the regular one here, and then I painted, you know, silver so you can have the hands, and then kept that part blue. This is the Epic Heroes coat and the Epic Heroes mask. This is still the original head on there, but I had to go through and just like shave some pieces off of it, and then it'll fit right on there. So even if you wanted to do something like this, but you'd have to fix it up on the side with some added pieces or molding. I didn't really want to do too much crazy like that, so I just left it as is, and then you can put the mask over like that. Just finished up on this custom Captain Cold here, the brand new figure. I got this figure, this piece loose. I'm not sure what it was from, but it was actually bright orange, and it's really squishy because you can actually put stuff in there. But it clips onto his arm really good, and I just went ahead and put the whole thing black, and then painted it with a little bit of blue and then a little bit of white to make it frosty. And then with this figure, I mean, DC's been really stepping it up with the articulation, but I feel like this figure, they kind of jobbed it up on the paint a little bit. So I went ahead and went through him and just did little bits of white all over him to make it look like, you know, he had little frosty pieces on him, you know, just slight little bits of frost on him. Really easy. Just an easy swap here. We've got this Hawkeye from the Rocket Raccoon wave switched out with the Punisher from the Epic Heroes wave. So we switched their hands, took the coat from the Ultimate Cap figure, painted it black, and he already had the arms from that coat. And I'll show you what I did with the coat. Alright, so here we got the new now Nick Fury, which is the original shield-bodied looking old Toy Biz figure. And then I went ahead and got the new Captain America Steve Rogers figure because I really liked the hands that switch out. And basically all you had to do is just paint it all black, and then I dremeled a little bit on the chest here just to make it flushed. I thought I did a good job. Thought I messed it up at first, but it worked out really good. And then just did gray for the pants, but kept that black part in the middle. I guess I could have dremeled it off, but I thought it looked still pretty cool. And as we know, this figure has a ton of articulation, and just put the coat on him. So it works better like this because, as you can see, you can still get his arms to go down, so he can still be in a really relaxed vanilla pose. So works good for me. Alright, it's experimentation. Yeah, because that's what the fucking word is. Experimentation time. Alright, everybody. Battle shell only. The bee. You son of a bitch. Bee just landed on my ass. That's going to be great for bloopers. And yeah, it would have went the distance if he would have got an ab crunch, but I'm not bitching about that from DC's anymore because they're starting to do it now. One of these actually comes out. Alright, and welcome to...
This is how we do it.
Godzilla.
We got our own funnels back here.
Godzilla preparation.
Godzilla! I mean, you gotta get it in there. We can't stop. We're not just gonna like stop and pour booze in the glass. Ghetto makeshift.
That's how we do.
It's cold. It's kind of this thing's cold, I guess. Kabashi. Yeah. Boozopolis. Who's got the ideas? Jay's got the ideas. That's all I need to do is pull that out though. This whole fucking thing gonna stink like booze. I don't know how much it's. Pull it out. No, because if I pull it out, we'll go get it back in.
Okay.
Yeah, pour a little bit more in. Just a teeny bit.
Never pull out.
That was not a teeny bit, but that's fine.
I don't think there's that much in there.
Oh, yeah. We gotta start sucking. We're gonna drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Keep drinking it.
There you go.
Don't waste the VO. It was precious.
$13.
No, the 2 James Jam, fuck that shit. But the VO, that's classic. That was a. You can't waste it. We're gonna come in stinking. Can we go to the bathroom before we talk to you, lady? What do you mean, sir? We stink like this. Let's wash our hands
Dude, your
with this.
beard is like soaked in it now.
I'm gonna wash my hands with this Powerade. Here you go. It's holy water. Sir, you smell like fucking Powerade and booze.
Did you spill something?
It's our aftershave.
That's kind of nice, actually.
Yeah. My beard's wet. Dave's like, I am glad I didn't stop taping. Okay, napkins. No, of course
Remember? They don't give us napkins anymore. We discussed this.
not. You smell like McDonald's and all the bits. Whoa, what's up with this? You got a random iPhone back here?
What?
You got a random iPhone back here? Do you know whose that is?
No, we're gonna find out eventually.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
turn
wait,
on. It's definitely gonna turn on.
Wonder who left their phone in my car.
Who spilled into this somehow?
In the hopes that it wasn't a bitch.
I'm mouse spoken.